Life often feels like a mountain that's too steep to climb. When challenges come, our first reaction is to wish things were easier. To wish the road was smoother, the obstacles smaller, the pressure less intense. But here's the truth that people want to hear. Wishing for easier conditions won't get you anywhere. Growth doesn't come from easy. Growth comes from becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Instead of wishing life were easier, wish you were better. Better equipped, better prepared, better disciplined, better focused. When you improve yourself, suddenly those tough mountains don't seem so high. The storms don't shake you as much. The obstacles transform into stepping stones. Every challenge you face is an opportunity in disguise, an invitation to raise your standards, to expand your skills, and to stretch your mindset. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never face difficulties. They're the ones who became better because of those difficulties. So, when life tests you, don't back down. Don't wish it was easier. Look in the mirror and say, how can I grow? How can I become better today? That mindset is what separates those who settle from those who soar. Life is never a smooth path paved with certainty and comfort. No matter where you come from or what you do, challenges will find their way into your journey. These difficulties are not random punishments or signs of failure. They are fundamental parts of the human experience. Every person who has ever achieved anything worthwhile has faced obstacles along the way. To think that your life should be free of trials is to misunderstand the nature of growth and progress. When you look at any success story, behind every triumph lies a series of hurdles that tested the individual's resolve. The difference between those who succeed and those who falter isn't the absence of difficulty. It's the attitude toward it. Challenges force us out of our comfort zones and demand that we tap into resources within ourselves that we might not even know exist. These moments test our patience, our determination, and our character. Expecting life to be easy is not only unrealistic, it sets you up for disappointment and frustration. If you go through your days hoping everything will flow effortlessly, you are denying the very mechanism through which strength and wisdom are built. Challenges, by their nature, require effort, sacrifice, and sometimes failure. Without these, growth remains stagnant, and potential remains untapped. Challenges come in many shapes and sizes. Some are physical, like health issues or financial struggles. Others are emotional, such as loss, rejection, or self-doubt. There are intellectual challenges too, moments that push your problem-solving skills, creativity, and adaptability. The variety of challenges ensures that no matter who you are or what path you choose, life will consistently present you with tests designed to push you beyond your limits. The inevitability of challenges also means that avoidance is not an option. Trying to dodge or ignore problems only delays the process of growth. In fact, challenges often grow bigger when left unaddressed. Life's difficulties are persistent teachers. They keep showing up until the lesson is learned. This persistence isn't to punish you, but to invite you to develop new skills and new ways of thinking. Recognizing that challenges are inevitable helps you prepare mentally and emotionally. When you accept that hardship is part of the package, you can stop wasting energy wishing things were different. Instead, you can focus that energy on preparing yourself to respond effectively. This mindset fosters resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger and wiser no matter what happens. It's also important to understand that challenges reveal more than just obstacles. They reveal who you truly are. When tested, your values, your priorities, and your inner strength come to the surface. Difficult times show you where you stand and what you're made of. They can strip away distractions and force clarity about what really matters in your life. Lastly, knowing that challenges are inevitable places responsibility where it belongs on you. Since hardship will come regardless, the choice is how you respond. You can view challenges as barriers to success or as the crucibles that forge it. Your growth and success are not dependent on avoiding difficulties, but on how you engage with them. This understanding lays the groundwork for real transformation and lasting achievement. When life gets tough, the natural instinct is to wish the circumstances would change, to hope that the situation becomes easier or less demanding. But the real power lies not in changing the outside world, but in changing yourself. Self-improvement is the key that unlocks doors when external conditions remain difficult. Instead of waiting for challenges to soften, focusing on your own growth allows you to rise above them. This shift in focus from wishing for easier conditions to working on becoming better is what separates those who stagnate from those who thrive. Improving yourself is a proactive choice. It means taking responsibility for your skills, mindset, habits, and attitudes rather than blaming external factors. When you invest time and energy into becoming better, you build the tools necessary to handle whatever life throws your way. You develop new strengths, acquire knowledge, and cultivate emotional resilience. These internal resources become your foundation, enabling you to face challenges with confidence rather than fear. Self-improvement is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It requires consistent effort, reflection, and adaptation. As you grow, the challenges you face may evolve, but so does your capacity to handle them. The more you commit to learning and personal development, the more prepared you become for future obstacles. This ongoing cycle of growth creates a momentum that propels you forward, even when conditions outside your control seem harsh or unforgiving. One of the most powerful aspects of self-improvement is the ability to change your mindset. How you think about problems and setbacks dramatically influences your response to them. Developing a growth mindset, a belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed, helps you see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. This mental shift encourages persistence, creativity, and resilience. It allows you to face setbacks without losing motivation or hope. Improving yourself also means building better habits. Your daily routines, choices, and behaviors shape the results you experience. When you consciously develop habits of discipline, focus, and positive thinking, you create a lifestyle that supports success. These habits act as a buffer during difficult times, keeping you grounded and productive even when external circumstances are less than ideal. The more solid your habits, the less you rely on motivation alone to push through challenges. Skills and knowledge are another crucial part of self-improvement. Whether it's learning new technical abilities, developing communication skills, or expanding your emotional intelligence, each new skill adds to your toolkit for overcoming obstacles. When you enhance your capabilities, you increase your options for solving problems. This sense of competence breeds confidence, making it easier to tackle even the toughest challenges with a clear plan and steady resolve. Self-improvement also involves emotional growth, understanding your feelings, managing stress, and developing empathy. Life's challenges often test not just what you can do, but how you handle pressure and uncertainty. Cultivating emotional intelligence helps you stay calm, think clearly, and make better decisions under stress. It also improves your relationships, which can be crucial sources of support during hard times. Finally, self-improvement creates a sense of empowerment. When you focus on becoming better, you reclaim control over your life. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, you become an active participant in your own success. This mindset fuels motivation and inspires action, creating a positive feedback loop that helps you grow even in the face of adversity. The solution to life's difficulties is not easier conditions, it is a better you. Obstacles are often seen as nothing more than frustrating roadblocks that prevent us from moving forward. But this perspective limits the true value these challenges offer. Every obstacle carries with it an inherent opportunity, a chance to learn, to adapt, and to grow stronger. When you begin to see obstacles not as enemies but as allies in disguise, your entire approach to life's difficulties shifts. Instead of resisting or fearing them, you start to embrace them as essential steps on the path to success. Each obstacle forces you to pause and reassess your approach. When the easy way is blocked, you are challenged to find a new route or develop a new skill. This process of problem solving sharpens your mind and expands your capabilities. It teaches creativity and resilience, because you must think outside the box to overcome the barrier. Rather than being a setback, an obstacle becomes a teacher, offering lessons that smooth roads never could. Obstacles also help to build character. The way you respond to difficulty reveals your true nature. Do you give up, or do you push through? Do you become bitter, or do you find gratitude for the challenge? These moments forge qualities like patience, perseverance, and courage. These qualities aren't developed in comfort zones. They are created when you face resistance and choose to keep moving forward. The obstacle then becomes a crucible for personal growth. Another key opportunity that obstacles provide is clarity. When things are going well, it's easy to stay distracted or unfocused. But when you encounter an obstacle, it shines a spotlight on what matters most. It forces you to identify priorities, focus your energy, and cut through noise and distraction. Obstacles help you see the core issues that need attention, making your efforts more purposeful and effective. Obstacles also build resilience, which is the ability to bounce back after setbacks. Each challenge you overcome adds to your emotional and mental toughness. The more you face and conquer difficulties, the more confidence you develop in your ability to handle future problems. This cumulative effect means that obstacles not only test you, they prepare you for bigger successes down the road. Facing obstacles often pushes you to discover strengths you didn't realize you had. When you confront a problem head-on, you tap into hidden reserves of determination, creativity, and resourcefulness. These moments reveal your potential in ways smooth sailing never could. In overcoming obstacles, you learn what you are truly capable of and develop a sense of empowerment that fuels further growth. Obstacles also provide opportunities to refine your goals and strategies. When you hit a wall, it often means that your current approach isn't working as well as it could. This forces you to reevaluate and adjust your plans, making them stronger and more aligned with your true purpose. The process of adaptation makes you more flexible and open-minded, traits that are invaluable for long-term success. Finally, obstacles create stories and experiences that shape your legacy. The challenges you overcome become part of your narrative, proof of your strength and determination. These stories inspire others and give meaning to your journey. They show that success is not about avoiding difficulties, but about how you rise in spite of them. Obstacles, when seen through this lens, become stepping stones on the path to greatness. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world and interpret every experience. It shapes how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Two people can face the exact same situation and come away with completely different feelings and results, simply because their mindsets differ. This is why cultivating the right mindset is one of the most powerful tools you have for success. It determines whether you see obstacles as insurmountable problems or as chances to learn and grow. A fixed mindset traps you in limiting beliefs. It tells you that your talents, intelligence, and abilities are static, that you are stuck with what you have. When difficulties arise, a fixed mindset often leads to giving up quickly or avoiding challenges altogether. People with this mindset fear failure because it threatens their self-image. They see setbacks as evidence that they aren't good enough, rather than as opportunities to improve. This way of thinking limits growth and keeps you confined to your comfort zone. On the other hand, a growth mindset opens the door to endless possibilities. It's the belief that your skills and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When you adopt a growth mindset, challenges become exciting puzzles to solve instead of threats. You begin to understand that failure is not a permanent condition, but a stepping stone toward mastery. This mindset encourages resilience, curiosity, and a love of learning, all essential qualities for long-term success. Your mindset influences how you handle criticism and feedback as well. With a growth mindset, constructive criticism becomes valuable information that helps you get better. You seek feedback actively because you know it's a tool for improvement. Conversely, a fixed mindset often sees criticism as a personal attack, causing defensiveness or discouragement. This limits your ability to grow and adapt, leaving you stuck in patterns that don't serve your goal. The power of mindset extends beyond how you handle setbacks. It also shapes your daily habits and choices. A positive, empowered mindset fuels motivation and discipline. When you believe your efforts make a difference, you are more likely to invest time and energy into productive action. You develop persistence that pushes you forward, even when results aren't immediate. Mindset becomes the engine driving consistent progress toward your goals. Mindset also affects your emotional well-being. A resilient mindset helps you manage stress and maintain balance in difficult times. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or defeated, you learn to regulate your emotions and stay focused on solutions. This emotional control keeps you clear-headed and effective when facing pressure. It also builds confidence because you know you can handle whatever comes your way. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage a positive mindset further strengthens your ability to grow. Environment plays a significant role in shaping your thoughts and beliefs. Being around optimistic, growth-focused individuals helps you maintain your own growth mindset and avoid slipping into negative thinking. The right mindset thrives in supportive communities that challenge you to be better while offering encouragement. Finally, developing the right mindset requires intentional effort. It's not something that just happens on its own. It involves daily practices like positive self-talk, visualization, gratitude, and reflection. You must actively choose how you want to think and respond to life's events. This conscious shaping of your mindset builds mental habits that become second nature, enabling you to approach challenges with strength, clarity, and optimism. Growth is never accidental. It is the result of deliberate, consistent effort. No one wakes up one day suddenly transformed without having put in the hard work beforehand. Effort is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It is through persistent action, even when motivation wanes or the path seems unclear, that real progress is made. This is the reality often overlooked by those who wish for quick fixes or easy success. Effort means showing up day after day, regardless of how you feel or what distractions arise. It requires discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't want to. When you commit to effort as a daily habit, you create momentum. This momentum compounds over time, and small actions add up to significant change. The key is consistency, because even the greatest talent cannot replace steady, purposeful effort. Effort is also about embracing the process, not just the outcome. It's easy to get discouraged when results don't appear immediately. Growth takes time and patience, and there will always be setbacks along the way. Those who understand that effort is part of a longer journey don't give up when progress seems slow. Instead, they keep pushing forward, knowing that each step builds a stronger foundation for the future. The power of effort lies in its ability to develop your skills and ability. Talent alone is rarely enough to sustain success. It is the hours of practice, learning, and refining that turn potential into mastery. When you invest effort into honing your craft, you improve not only your technique, but also your confidence and competence. This process transforms you into someone who can handle greater challenges with skill and ease. Effort also builds resilience. The very act of pushing through difficulties and discomfort strengthens your mental and emotional muscle. Every time you choose effort over quitting, you reinforce your capacity to endure and adapt. This resilience becomes a vital asset, equipping you to face future obstacles with greater courage and determination. It turns temporary hardship into long-term strength. Effort requires sacrifice. It means prioritizing growth over comfort, often choosing work over leisure or immediate gratification. This willingness to sacrifice shows that you value your goals and dreams more than momentary. The sacrifices made through sustained effort demonstrate commitment and focus, signaling to yourself and others that you are serious about achieving your vision. Another important aspect of effort is learning from mistakes. When you put in the work, failures are inevitable, but each failure carries valuable lessons. Effort is not just blind action. It's intentional practice combined with reflection. By analyzing what went wrong and adjusting your approach, you turn setbacks into stepping stones. This cycle of effort, evaluation, and adjustment is the engine of continuous improvement. Effort also inspires confidence and belief in yourself. When you know you have given your best, regardless of the outcome, you build self-respect and inner strength. This confidence propels you forward, making you less likely to be deterred by fear or doubt. Over time, effort becomes a habit, and this habit becomes the foundation on which lasting success is built. Taking responsibility for your life is a powerful and often overlooked key to personal growth and success. It means recognizing that you are the primary architect of your circumstances, regardless of the challenges you face. When you fully embrace responsibility, you stop blaming external factors, other people, or bad luck for where you are. Instead, you own your decisions, actions, and the outcomes they produce. This shift in mindset is freeing because it places the power to change squarely in your hand. Responsibility starts with self-awareness. You must honestly assess where you are in life, what habits or choices have led you there, and what you need to do to move forward. This kind of reflection requires courage because it means looking at your own role without excuses or denial. But without this clear understanding, meaningful change is impossible. Embracing responsibility means accepting your current reality fully, which is the first step toward transforming it. When you take responsibility, you also commit to action. It's not enough to simply acknowledge where you are. You must decide what to do about it. This often means setting goals, creating plans, and following through with discipline and persistence. Responsibility demands that you become proactive rather than reactive, taking charge of your future rather than waiting for circumstances to improve on their own. It means becoming a leader in your own life. Taking ownership of your life also means owning your mistakes and failure. Everyone stumbles and falls at times, but those who succeed are willing to face their errors head-on. They learn from them, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. This willingness to accept fault without deflecting blame builds integrity and strength. It also fosters trust in yourself, which is essential for confidence and long-term success. Responsibility expands to the way you handle your emotions. Life's difficulties often trigger feelings like anger, fear, or frustration. Taking responsibility means managing these emotions instead of letting them control you or dictate your actions. Emotional self-mastery is a sign of maturity and empowerment. When you master your emotional responses, you can think clearly, make better decisions, and maintain focus on your goals despite challenges. Another powerful aspect of embracing responsibility is how it affects your relationship. When you hold yourself accountable, you communicate reliability and respect to those around you. This builds stronger connections and often attracts positive opportunities and support. People gravitate toward those who take responsibility for their lives because it signals strength, trustworthiness, and a commitment to growth. Accepting responsibility also means recognizing your power to influence your environment. While you can't control everything, you can control your reactions and choices. This awareness empowers you to create the conditions that best support your goals. You become more intentional about the people you spend time with, the information you consume, and the habits you develop. Responsibility transforms you into an active creator of your life, rather than a passive victim. Finally, embracing responsibility fosters true independence. It liberates you from the victim mindset, where external forces dictate your happiness and success. When you claim full responsibility, you realize that your destiny lies in your own hands. This realization ignites motivation, confidence, and the drive to pursue your highest potential. It is the foundation for lasting empowerment and fulfillment. One of the most important lessons in navigating life's challenges is learning to focus your energy on what you can control. So often people get caught up in worrying about circumstances beyond their influence, external events, other people's opinions, or unpredictable outcomes. This fixation drains energy, creates frustration, and leads to feelings of helplessness. Real power comes from redirecting your attention to the areas where your actions make a difference. Focusing on what you can control starts with identifying those specific elements. Your thoughts, attitudes, and choices are always within your sphere of influence. how you respond to situations, the effort you put in, the habits you cultivate. These are all things you can manage directly. By honing in on these areas, you reclaim control over your life and your future. This shift in perspective empowers you to take purposeful action rather than remain stuck in worry or blame. Another key aspect is recognizing that external events often lie outside your control, but your reaction does not. You cannot always dictate what happens, but you can choose your mindset and behavior. This means practicing emotional self-regulation, staying calm under pressure, maintaining focus, and responding thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Mastering this control over your inner world builds resilience and clarity. Focusing on what you can control also leads to greater productivity. When your energy is spent on things you cannot change, you waste precious time and effort. But when you channel that energy into constructive actions, developing skills, improving habits, setting goals, you create real progress. This practical focus turns obstacles into manageable tasks and opens pathways where before there seemed to be none. It is also important to cultivate patience and acceptance alongside this focus. Accepting that some things are outside your control does not mean passivity or resignation. Instead, it means understanding reality clearly so that you can allocate your resources wisely. Acceptance allows you to conserve your energy for the battles you can win, rather than exhausting yourself fighting unwinnable ones. This focus helps build confidence and reduces anxiety. When you concentrate on your own actions and attitudes, you develop a stronger sense of agency and control. You learn to trust yourself to handle whatever comes your way. This confidence reinforces positive habits and decision-making, creating a cycle of empowerment and growth. Focusing on what you can control also strengthens your ability to adapt. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and unexpected challenges will arise. But when you maintain control over your responses and choices, you become more flexible and resilient. This adaptability allows you to pivot when necessary, seize new opportunities, and navigate uncertainty with composure. Finally, mastering this focus creates a foundation for long-term success. It fosters discipline, clarity, and purpose, which are essential qualities for achieving any meaningful goal. By consistently directing your energy toward what you can influence, you build momentum and create lasting change. This habit of focus becomes a powerful tool in your personal and professional life. Success is often misunderstood as a fixed point, a final destination to be reached, a place where all problems disappear and life becomes easy. But the reality is far different. Success is not a moment in time. It is a continuous journey of growth, learning, and self-discovery. Viewing success as an ongoing process, rather than a single achievement, changes how you approach your goals and challenges, encouraging persistence and resilience even when the road is long and winding. When you understand success as a journey, you begin to appreciate the value of progress rather than perfection. Each step forward, no matter how small, is meaningful and worth celebrating. This mindset shifts your focus from being overwhelmed by how far you still have to go to recognizing the power of consistent effort. The journey itself becomes a source of motivation and fulfillment, driving you to keep improving and moving forward. The journey of success is filled with lessons. Every experience, especially the difficult ones, offers insight that helps you grow stronger and wiser. Failures, setbacks, and obstacles are not signs that you have failed, but rather crucial parts of your development. Embracing this reality allows you to maintain a positive attitude and learn from every twist and turn on your path. It cultivates humility and curiosity, qualities essential for long-term achievement. Success as a journey also means that your goals and dreams evolve over time. What you want today might not be what you seek 5 or 10 years from now. As you grow and gain new experiences, your vision expands and shifts, reflecting your deeper understanding of yourself and the world. Being flexible and open to this evolution prevents stagnation and keeps your life aligned with your true values and passions. This perspective encourages patience and persistence. The journey to success is rarely quick or easy. It demands long-term commitment and the willingness to endure hardships. When you accept that success is a process, you become less likely to give up at the first sign of difficulty. Instead, you develop the endurance to weather storms and keep moving forward, knowing that each challenge is part of the larger adventure. Success as a journey is also deeply personal. It's not about comparing yourself to others or chasing societal definitions of achievement. Your path is unique, shaped by your goals, values, and experiences. This understanding helps you focus inward, cultivating self-awareness and personal growth, rather than external validation. It reminds you that true success is measured by how much you have grown and how fulfilled you feel. Along the journey, relationships play a crucial role. The people you meet, collaborate with, and learn from enrich your path and provide support when times are tough. Success is rarely a solitary pursuit. It is built through connection and shared experience. Recognizing this fosters gratitude and humility, strengthening your bonds and enhancing your overall experience. Finally, seeing success as a journey inspires continuous improvement. It reminds you that there is always room to learn, grow, and reach new heights. This mindset keeps you hungry for knowledge, open to change, and willing to step outside your comfort zone. It transforms success from a destination into a lifelong pursuit of excellence, meaning, and fulfillment. So as you stand at the crossroads of challenge and opportunity, remember this: the path to success isn't about wishing for fewer obstacles or an easier road. It's about choosing to become stronger, wiser, and more capable with every step you take. When you shift your focus inward, when you commit to improving yourself rather than avoiding difficulty, you unlock a power that no circumstance can take away. The struggles you face are not walls to stop you, but stepping stones to raise you higher. Embrace the journey, take responsibility for your growth, and focus on what you can control. This is where true transformation happens. And when you do, you'll find that what once seemed impossible becomes not just achievable, but a part of who you are. So don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Because the best investment you can ever make is the investment in yourself.